Since prices peaked 4.5 years ago, 7.5 million homeowners have received foreclosure warnings. Over 3.5 million of those homes have been repossessed by banks. Most foreclosure cases involve homeowners losing possession of their house. But one Florida couple fought back against a clogged state court system and an overwhelmed bank and won. Warren and Maureen Nyergis bought this house in Naples, Florida in 2009, paying cash. So it was a complete surprise to them when they received a foreclosure notice from Bank of America. They immediately called the bank to straighten it out, but no luck. Proving they had no mortgage was much more difficult than they imagined.
They just could not wrap their head around the fact there was no mortgage. We had no business with Bank of America. We made the purchase from the bank, it was paid in full. I don't understand what failure there was at the corporate level to let this happen.
I don't know if they just didn't hear, or they didn't want to hear, or they didn't understand.
I believe they heard.
We don't have a mortgage.
You would speak with the representative, you'd ask for their supervisor. You would give them the same story you gave the representative. You would get the same response from them. Just come up to date on your mortgages.
Banks and the court system are clogged with foreclosures. At the end of May, more than 912,000 homes were being processed for foreclosure. Homebuyers may not like to hear it, but real estate attorney and author of Foreclosure Nation, Shari Olefson, says mistakes will be made.
Part of the problem is we're so deep into this, and these problems have just compounded so much over the last few years. I mean, we know that it started with a huge influx of cases, much bigger than the system was ever really designed to take. That came on the tail end of about a decade of changes in the industry that actually made these cases more complicated.
Back in Naples, Florida, Maureen and Warren Nyergis spent 6 months sending letters pleading with Bank of America to dismiss their foreclosure. It eventually wound up before a judge.
We went into court, we produced our documents, we gave them our argument. The law firm was unable to produce documents. They really didn't have answers to a lot of questions. They just kept insisting, well, there's a mortgage.
The judge ruled in favor of the couple and awarded them $2,500 in damages for their trips back and forth to the courthouse. But Bank of America fought paying them. The Nyergis then turned to attorney Todd Allen. He wanted to try a novel strategy to help his clients get their money. He threatened to foreclose on Bank of America by seizing the property at a local B of A branch.
Bank of America pushed us to it. And if that meant, I'm going in to seize your chair and the desk you're sitting at and hire a moving van to move it, I'll do that to get them paid. These people were wronged. They were wronged and they didn't deserve to go through this.
A lot of people thought we couldn't do this. I knew we would beat them in court. I knew the truth would prevail.
As for the settlement from Bank of America, the Nyergis received their check last week. Bank of America apologized for the mess, saying, quote, "While the matter is now resolved, we're embarrassed by this chain of events and the trouble this has caused. We will improve our process to prevent these errors in the future."